It's Chirpin' Crickets. This is Kim from Kim Takes On. I'm Kim. Hi. And this is my co-producer, co-aider, and abetter of all things mischievous, Terrence the Wonder Duck. Terrence says hi, and he hopes you're all having a terrific week out there. So, this show is going to be a little different, like all my shows aren't different, because I like to think that we're all different in our own way, aren't we, crickets? We all have our own special little ways that we do things, and we should all try and be different. There's no point in being like everybody else, because have you seen what's going on out there? Blech. But this week's show it's an opinion piece. And so everything in this show is my opinions, and Terrence's also as well, about specific songs and what the actual F was going on with people who looked at these songs or listened to these songs or wrote these songs or sang these songs or whatever and decided, yes, we want to put these out there for the community to listen to for whatever reason. Now, am I saying all of these songs are badly written or badly sung? No, I'm not. Some of these songs are by bands I actually like. But some of these songs are just, in my opinion, for whatever reason, they're songs that just made me go, what? Or why? Or what and why? For various and sundry reasons. And each song, we'll get into what those reasons are. Starting off with a song that I have mentioned previously as one of the songs that is not very high on my list of songs that I can listen to and not feel like I need to leave the room, or I need to shut the radio off, or I need to chuck the radio out the window. Don't do things like that. Radio abuse is a real thing, and it's very bad. Don't do that, kids. And that is a song from 1970. Yes, that wonderful decade that gave us polyester, disco, and Can't Stop the Music, which I actually saw in a movie theater. I don't know why either. And the song I'm talking about is Rupert Holmes' Escape, also known as the Pina Colada song. I hate this song. I hate it. I will admit that I hate it. I'm not sorry that I hate it. Am I saying that Rupert Holmes is a bad songwriter? No, I would never say that. The man is obviously a very talented songwriter. Won a Tony Award for The Mystery of Edwin Drood, and also came up with the song Timothy for the Buoys, which my therapist has told me I should probably not dwell on anymore, because go and listen to my stuff about Timothy if you want to know about that song. Anyway, now I know some people out there are going, but Kim, why do you hate this song so much? And I'll tell you why I hate it, crickets, because the people in this song suck. And I mean that in a bad way. The whole thing of the song is that this guy is planning on cheating on his partner, who he refers to as his old lady. Nice. I hate that term. I hate people talking about their significant others as their old lady or their old man. It's just disrespectful, even if they are older than you. I don't like it. It's just rude and tacky. So anyway, he and his partner are hitting a bit of a rough patch. So he's planning on stepping out on her. Now, this is a point out there, crickets, before Ashley Madison existed, and actually before the internet existed. Yes, there was a time when that actually was like that. It was very dark times, kids. No, I'm just... So he is going through the personal ads in the newspaper. And if you have to ask what any of the words in the sentence I just said mean, ask your parents and shut up. So anyway, so he finds a personal ad that sounds like, hey, this is someone I could cheat on my lady with. And he meets the person at a bar, and it turns out in a Shyamalanian twist, or not, that the person that he's meeting is actually his own girlfriend or wife or whatever. They don't make it very clear in the song. And they realize, oh, I know these things about you, that you liked pina coladas and you liked this and that. And now we're discovering things about each other and our relationship is saved. Huzzah. I'm sorry. F the both of these people. And I don't mean that in a good way. Both of these people are terrible. She put something in the paper first to go cheat on somebody, and then he goes to meet this person to cheat on them and finds out it's his partner. No, this is horrible behavior. And I realize it's the 70s and blah, blah, blah and whatever. And I know people will be like, oh, but it was a different time back then. Yes, there was also a time in human history when if they thought you had some kind of mental issues, they drilled holes in your head to let the demons out. And that was a bad idea too. So I'm sorry. These people are a couple of narcissistic jerks. They deserve each other. And I feel like they should just sit in their own little toxic stew and marinate forever together, just stuck with each other. Because they're horrible people. And I hate the idea of them being inflicted on anybody else. So there. That's my job, protecting true love everywhere. Somebody's got to do it. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. And I'm the girl for it, and Terrence is the duck for it. Terrence thinks those people are jerks too. Okay, the next couple of songs I want to bring up. This is I mean, all of these songs are uncomfortable for one reason or another, but these songs are like, when you hear them the first time, you might just be kind of like, like this song, whatever. And then you hear them later and you think about it and you go, wait, what? What? The songs that I wanted to bring up are You're 16 from Ringo Starr, which was from 1973, which was a remake originally done by Sam Cooke. Now, You're 16 is, when you hear it, it sounds like kind of a cute little song. And then you think about, wait, Ringo Starr was how old when he sang this? And he's saying, you're 16, you're beautiful, and you're mine. Blech. I mean, I like to think that age is just a number and age shouldn't step in between, love and stuff like that. And I don't have a problem with a May-December romance. I have a problem when they're not May and December in the same century. All right. Yes, I know. Terrence is giving me a dirty look. I know, that was mean. I'm sorry. No offense to Mr. Starr. And please, all you Beatles fans out there, don't scream and yell at me. It was a joke. But for anybody who looked at You're 16 as kind of like, ugh, then you look at, or you listen to Christine's 16 from Kiss. From their 1977 album. And, oh boy. There's parts, Gene Simmons is doing lead on this song, and it's like, there's a part of the song where he's speaking, not singing, and it's like, I don't usually say things like this to girls your age. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Gene, stop. Just, no, stop, ick, blah. Somebody hit the pause button. Oh my gosh, but that day when I saw you walking out of school, I knew I've got to have you. I'm like, I think I need to go towel off. I think I need to go dunk my head in Purell. Yike! Again, it was the 70s and it's Kiss and fine, but I'm kind of looking at this yeah, no. Wow. It's like, okay. Of course, Kiss has done, hundreds of other awesome songs, but that one, ooh, we could kind of put that over in the corner and just never think about it again. Ever. Eek. Okay. This is this is me being silly, and I admit it's me being silly. But this song has always irritated me, and I really didn't know what it was that irritated me about it. And then one day it finally just hit me upside the head that this song is exceedingly lacking in logic. Yes, I know. Everybody out there who just went, "You are lacking in logic, you little purple-haired weirdo." I know that. I make it a point to be. I've seen what logic does to people. Thank you, no. I've seen I know what acting like a mature adult is supposed to look like. It's overrated. So is sanity. Just bringing that up. But 1960s itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini, performed by get off camera for a second, sorry. Brian Hyland. Okay, other than the fact that this song is ridiculously long titled, it's not up there with "Hey, why don't you play somebody's done wrong song," or whatever the heck that stupid thing is. But anyway, I know what it's really called. "Hey, won't you play another somebody done somebody wrong song?" I know. But anyway, what bothers me about this song, and I know it's just a little silly novelty song, is the fact that the whole thing of the song is that this girl has went out and bought, from the sound of it, a very small bikini, considering the fact that that's kind of the whole point of bikinis, that she's afraid to come out of the changing locker. She's afraid to get in the water. Then she's afraid to get out of the water because she's got on this itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini. Which, my question is, so what exactly did you do? Run in the store, grab it off a rack, and run out? You didn't even stand in front of a mirror and just kind of hold it up and look at it and go, "Man, this thing's not a lot of fabric. I probably shouldn't wear this because I feel uncomfortable about my body," which you shouldn't. Nobody should feel uncomfortable about their body, and nobody should let other people make you feel uncomfortable about your body. You're beautiful just as you are. That's what I think. That's what Terrence thinks. But certain body types might feel a little bit uncomfortable being in a itsy bitsy blah 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 bikini. I don't wear yellow if I can avoid it because it makes me look even paler than I do, and then people start wondering if I'm sick. But I'm sorry, that's the thing that's always annoyed me about this song, that you didn't even, it doesn't sound like you even looked at whatever it was that you bought. I mean, you're not supposed to go try on bathing suits in stores usually. They don't really encourage that. I mean, you could try them on over your pants and stuff like that just to see if it fits. That would work better if you're wearing leggings or something like that and not, blue jeans. But anyway, but it's like she didn't even notice what she was buying. And then she gets to the beach wearing this thing and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm half naked. I can't go out there." You're not very bright, are you, honey? I'm sorry. That wasn't nice. That was not nice. Okay. This next bit is actually a little more serious. Because the two songs that I want to bring up the songs really didn't annoy me until I got to thinking about it. And they're both by the same person, actually. Run Around Sue and The Wanderer, which were both performed by Dion off of the same album, which came out in 1961. Run Around Sue came out first, and The Wanderer was released second. Now, what bothers me about this song is the fact that the gender equality in this is ridiculous. Now, I'm just talking in the interest of the fact that why is it that one gender it's okay, but the other gender it's completely wrong? Now, what I mean about that is if you go and look at the lyrics for Run Around Sue, basically, now I have nothing to back this up, but the lyrics to the song and my own opinion. You should go listen to the song yourself if you've never heard it. This song is the first example I can think of slut shaming, because the whole thing of the song is a guy saying that he fell in love with this girl and she went out and dated a whole bunch of other guys along with him. dated them. Not it says in the song, people let me put you wise, Sue goes out with other guys. Now, goes out could mean a few different things. We're all adults here. Stop snickering. It could just mean goes on dates with other guys, or could mean because as much as they would like to act like it didn't exist, yes, people had sex before the 60s. Lots of people had lots of sex. Sex. There, I said it. For some reason, people especially in this country, are enormously hung up on the whole idea that people actually screw. All right, that wasn't a nice way to put it. But come on, people. Birds do it, bees do it, even educated fleas do it. So anyway, but the whole thing of the song is that, she runs around and dates other guys and blah, 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 blah. Now, The Wanderer is about a guy who dates other girls. But is he shamed about it? Hell to the no, he's not. He's bragging about it. He's saying, I've got one girl on my left and one girl on my right, and I'm going to see another girl tonight, and when they ask me who I love the best, I'm going to tear open my shirt, and there's another girl's name on my chest because I'm the Wanderer. Go piss up a rope. I'm sorry. This really irritated me when I thought about it, because I was like, what the hell? What the hell kind of message is this? That if you're a girl and you happen to have, you happen to enjoy the company of other gentlemen, that you're a bad person, you're some kind of a Jezebel or something like that. But if you're a guy and you date a bunch of girls, you're all, you're cool. You're like the Fonz or something like that. Get bent. It's ridiculous. I just think it's gender bias and it's wrong. I just feel like it's wrong. Again, my take. But when we want to talk about songs that fall into the WTF, are you kidding me section, that's when we talk about these songs. These three songs specifically. And I'm going to put them in the order of the severity of the songs. The first one is from 1963 called Judy's Turn to Cry from Leslie Gore. Judy's Turn to Cry is a sequel to her song It's My Party. It's My Party is a song where the female singer is singing about how she's sad that it's her birthday party and her boyfriend's nowhere to be found, and then he walks in with another girl and she's all upset and she's going to cry because it's her party. Personally, I would have scratched the other bitch's eyes out and beat the hell out of the guy, but actually, no, we don't do things like that. Violence is bad, and we'll get to that in a minute. But the whole thing of Judy's Turn to Cry is that it's a continuation, like I said, in the fact that her ex-boyfriend Johnny sees another guy talking to the lead singer, and he gets mad and decides he still loves the lead singer and punches the guy so they can get back together. So now it's Judy's turn to cry because Johnny has come back to me. You have got to be kidding me. I'm sorry, I would like to think any woman would be like, you think you're coming back? You think you're coming back to me? The answer to that is no. Right after the answer, go screw yourself. You lost this, buddy. I just can't stand the idea that she takes this cheating scumbag back. I'm just like, are you kidding me? First of all, you should have thrown him out of your party when he showed up with that other girl anyway. But it's just an aggravating song to me. Aggravating in another way, because what is a song from look at my tiny handwriting. 1960 from Joanne Summers, a song called Johnny Get Angry. Now this song is a girl singing about the fact that she's upset that her boyfriend is too kind-hearted. He doesn't yell at her when she tells him that, he's not tough enough for her. Johnny get angry, Johnny get mad, give me the lecture like I've never had. I want a brave man. I want a caveman. I want a caveman. Am I missing something here? I mean, I'm sorry. Maybe it might be because I grew up when I grew up in the 70s and 80s, and I grew up in the sexual revolution and women's lib, and being told you don't need to have a man's permission to do anything, but you also don't need a man who's going to treat you like he's going to drag you around by your hair. I'm like, you want a guy who's going to yell at you and lecture you? Do you want a boyfriend or a dad? It's like, honey, you need time on a couch is what you need. You don't need a boyfriend. You need a therapy session. Seriously. But the song that I was like, what the actual F, is from 1961. It's a song by the Crystals, who are a band I actually really like. It's a song called He Hit Me, and in parentheses, and it felt like a kiss. What? I'm sorry. I played this song and I was sitting there and it was like the anger level is rising and rising and rising. I'm like, by the end of this song, I'm like Goku going Super Saiyan angry. I'm like Godzilla rising out of Tokyo Bay angry. I'm like, what? The whole thing of this song is this girl saying that he hit me, but that shows how much he loves me, that he was angry that I cheated, so he hit me. And after he hit me, he held me close and told me how much he loved me and all this stuff like that. Words fail me. Well, no, there's actually a whole bunch of words that don't fail me, but I can't say them because they're not good words.
Dirty Turkish back flat and Fortin, Philip Bucket Martin, Perkaluma Burton, Durton, Boston, Martin, Martin, and Adam Baraka Fret, Flipper up to Putterluma, Waka Frax, Lock, Back and Floated Back, Car and that Car Back Rock.
I mean, I know it's not Lent anymore and I'm allowed to curse now, but I have been gently instructed by my puddin', who is a wonderful human being and puts up with my nonsense. Could you please not use those words on this show, sweetheart? And I said, of course, precious, because I love you and respect you. But seriously, what the hell? I mean, no! This song is made of no. Especially when you consider the number of people, men and women, who are abused every year by their partners. Someone who loves you does not hurt you. And someone who hurts you doesn't love you. This song is just terrifying. And I hate to think that anybody young and impressionable heard this song back in the day who was in a toxic relationship and thought, oh, that speaks to me. No. Nobody should be hitting anybody in a situation like that. I mean, sometimes people get crazy and stuff like that, and I know it, but this was just the whole idea that if somebody loves you, they're going to hit you to show how much they love you. No. Absolutely not. No.
Inner peace. Inner peace.
song before we head off here into the sunset, just to be a little bit sillier. This song this is the most passive aggressive song I think I've ever heard in my life. 2013 gave us Magic, and they came out with a song called Rude, which is a song about a guy who is asking a girl's father for her hand in marriage. A little archaic, but okay. No. I actually don't have a problem with that. I actually think that's rather sweet. Except for the fact that the girl's father is like, no, and the guy responds like, well, I'm going to marry her anyway. And that's the whole thing. Why are you going to be so rude? Don't you know I'm human too? Why are you going to be so rude? I'm going to marry her anyway. Then what the hell did you go over to the guy's house for? You apparently had that all set. You didn't even pause. You were just like, okay, be rude. We're still getting married. Screw you, Dad. It's like, that's some passive aggressive stuff. That's middle of the country, Minnesota passive aggressive levels there. I'm sorry, Minnesota. I apologize. I'm sure you're all very lovely people out there, but that's a joke that people tend to make up here. Sorry. So this is my show for this week. Are there other songs that I've missed? I decided to not put like really goofy novelty songs because some of those are actually made to offend. But any songs that you'd like to think of, platinumroselle@yahoo.com. And any comments you'd like to make, please make them. Please click on the like and subscribe and all the wonderful things that are part of our show. And hopefully you will come back next week or in the next 2 weeks and check out my little show here. And that's going to do it for another week here on Kim Takes On. So I'm Kim, and this is Terrence. And we are both wishing you a wonderful week and keep rocking.